Hi guys, so I've been exploring Clangen for the last couple of weeks and I've reopened a past love of mine, which is warrior cats. And I've been watching some videos of other YouTubers doing their own clans, creating their own clans, and I really wanted to do my own. So, welcome for Felconclan. Felconclan is the home of the resilient and the welcoming. For too long, Tunics have abused and misused cats, and they had finally had enough. With Felconstar, previously known as Falcon, leading the small group of cats up the mountain, the hope is to find a safe haven far away from the Tunics. They know the cliffs were going to be a challenge to survive on, but the more distance between the clan and the Tunics, the better. This is the story of Felconclan. Let's start with our leader, Felconstar. Felconstar is a charismatic she-cat and a talented hunter at 79 moons old. She was the brave cat who led the group of cats to safety to the snowy mountains, where she would finally meet Starclan and become the leader of Felconclan. Like Felconstar or not, you can't help but admire her. All of her clanmates look up to her and depend on her for survival. They would do anything to please her. They do owe her their lives after all. Unfortunately, Felconstar lost her first life in the first year of being a leader. When a lone bloodthirsty wolf broke into the camp, Felconstar and the warriors stood strong to fight against it. The beast was defeated, but 2 cats lost their lives that day, one of them being Felconstar, who now only has 8 lives left. You'll see in a moment who the other cat was. Next up is the deputy of Felconclan, Leafstrike, a 57 moon she-cat recruited for her clever thinking and her dedication to the clan. She admires Felconstar and really is her leader's right-hand paw. She is strict and makes sure everyone does what is asked of them, making her to be a great deputy. Unfortunately, she would never be able to receive 9 lives. Near the end of the year, Leafstrike announced that she was expecting kids, and the clan was static for her. Nobody knows who the father is though. Probably a kitty pet, considering their roots. Leafstrike gave birth to 3 strong Toms, Rykit, Bearkit and Skipkit. Unfortunately, the birth was too much for her and Leafstrike bled to death after giving birth. The cats of the clan mourned her, for she was the hardest worker of them all. Now her kids would grow up without a father and a mother. Riftmik and Lynxpaw are the medicine cats of the clan. Riftmik is an old she-cat who is compassionate and loves sharing stories about real life and even made up ones. She has the soft way of working with the clan cats and has a strong connection to Starclan. Lynxpaw is Riftmik's apprentice. He is the son of Finchspot and has 2 siblings. He's much different from them though. Lynxpaw seems very cold and distant. He's always doing something around the camp, usually alone. He does without being told, which could be annoying for Riftmik sometimes. She doesn't dislike him, she just doesn't understand him. But Starclan does want to use Lynxpaw in some way or another. He has the strongest connection to Starclan out of all of the cats. So she tries to get along with him, shaping him to be a great medicine cat one day. At the end of the first year, Finchspot was recruited as deputy. He is a 38 moon old handsome Tom with a playful personality and is a good hunter. He isn't typically Felconstar's first choice for a deputy, but he was the best choice the clan had. He had been dropping hints throughout the year how much he would love to be deputy, and finally got what he wanted when Leafstrike died. One day he came back to camp with 3 abandoned kids. Well, abandoned according to him. But they looked too similar to Finchspot for anyone to believe him. These 3 kids are now Palepaw, Forkpaw and Lynxpaw. He's not typically close to any of his children, but take care of their necessities. Next up is the charming Frozen Fur and the adorable Opal Heart. Let's start with Frozen Fur. He's a very young Tom with a surprising talent for hunting. He gets along with everyone in the clan and is always the first option to be a mentor. He was given his first apprentice, Sandy Paw, at the beginning of the year. They were best friends and loved training together, having a strong brotherly bond. Unfortunately, Sandpaw died just before getting his warrior name. I'll tell you more about him later. After a few moons of mourning, Felconstar gave Frozen Fur a new apprentice as a distraction, little Opal Paw. Opal Paw is a quite ambitious young Tom who was abandoned as a kid. He joined the clan and immediately took a liking to Frozen Fur. Though Frozen Fur still misses his old apprentice and will never forget him, he's thankful for the little Opal Paw who got his name Opal Heart at the end of the year. These two work great together as a team and often go on patrols together. Next up is the power duo of the clan. Just a disclaimer, these two cats' stories include animal abuse, and if you want to skip forward a bit, you can. Lotus is a responsible and quite clever she-cat. She joined the clan as a kitty pet. She came to the clan with a bloody tail, saying that she heard of a safe place of cats up in the mountains, and she is so thankful that she finally found them. She told Felconstar about her past and her two-legged kids who used to kick and hurt her. They put a warm iron rod around her tail, causing it to be mangled. Luckily, Riftmik could save Lotus's tail, but not without leaving a permanent scar. Lynn has been trained by Two Legs to be a guard cat. Yes, a guard cat. She is an excellent fighter since she was raised to be violent, though she also got abused by those Two Legs, getting fed very minimally by them. She joined the clan, and Lotus and Lind, the two former kitty pets, found a true friendship in one another. Now we move on to the apprentices. Palepaw is technically the firstborn of Finchspot, and she doesn't hesitate to remind her two brothers of that she is the oldest. She is a faithful cat and thinks that Felconstar is the coolest leader ever. Her mentor is Lynn, which is a strange pairing since Palepaw is quite soft-spoken most of the time, and Lynn is so gruff. She's not fussy though, and is up for the challenge. Folkpaw is much closer to his sister than he is with his brother. He thinks Lynxpaw is weird and doesn't spend a lot of time with him. Folkpaw is adventurous and is quite confident with words. He often challenges his sister to a battle, whereas she would usually win. Folkpaw is mentored by Lotus, which he feels indifferent about. Lotus is so strict and perfectionist. How will he ever have fun with her training him? Sandypaw was taken to StarClan way too soon. He was fighting alongside his clanmates to fight against the wolf who attacked their clan. Unfortunately, at only 10 months old, Sandypaw was killed, and it crushed Frozen Fur, his mentor's heart. He woke up in a strange place where a white glowing cat met him. "Welcome to StarClan, Sandypaw." Sandypaw was stunned. He died? The mysterious cat introduced himself as Starby and signaled Sandypaw to follow him into the skies. There, the two could fly freely together forever, and Sandypaw would always look down to his clan, sending them blessings from StarClan. And that brings us to the end of the first year. This video takes so long to make, but it was so fun, and I really enjoyed diving back into the world of warrior cats. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will make a part 2 for year 2 of the same clan. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!